Tracy and the Big D here on a Wednesday night, right through until 10 o'clock. I hope you can stick around. Well, we're going to find out a little bit about let's say an emerging artist on the country music scene. New to me. His name's Josh Paul. I thought for a second we were going to be introducing someone out of the band Daughtry, because do you get that much at all, Josh?
No, never.
Never.
Well, there you go. There's always a first.
There's always a first time. Hey, Josh, how long have you been playing country music?
I've always played country music as a guitar player, but as a singer, I've sort of moved more into it over the last few years after my time in the States.
And what took you to the US?
I was playing in another band, in a rock band, for about 6 years. We went over there and did tours and played with bands like Guns N' Roses and Slash and Alice in Chains, and played some big festivals like Rocklahoma and stuff like that. Yeah, we did a fair bit of stuff over there, but it was Nashville in Texas where I started to really fall in love with country and be influenced by what they would call red dirt country artists, guys like Ryan Bingham and another guy called Dan Patterson.
And when it all boils down to it, music is music, isn't it? If it's good, you're going to sit there and listen to it. Doesn't matter whether it's country, whether it's rock, whether it's blues. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I fell in love with the songwriting and the stories. And growing up as a kid, I had country music heavily influenced in my life. So
good old mum and dad get it in there, don't they? And granddad gets it out there on the old stereo.
Definitely. So, yeah, it was just a natural progression for me, I suppose.
Was listening to the latest song Bones and having a bit of a listen there, and I hope you don't mind, but I felt the real eclectic sounds, things like the John Butler Trio. Has that been an influence for you as well, the more eclectic sounds, obviously with your rock background?
Yeah, definitely. I remember in high school I had a big influence there from John. I sort of haven't listened to his music for a few years, but it's funny you say that. I do music eclectically, I write eclectically, so definitely would be an influence for me.
Well, it's definitely showing in your music, so you go, what you're aiming for is actually what you're getting, so that's a really good thing.
So from an Australian point of view, the artists, who are some of the people you'd like to spend time with, either collaborating, writing or recording?
Well, I mean, Keith would be number one. I love his guitar playing. He's great. He's just been doing it for a long time, and he's one of those guys who's really slugged it out, and he's gone to the States to have a crack over there, and I've done that before, so I suppose I would want to ask him a lot of questions, not so much just for writing, but just, life experience and stuff. So he'd be one of those guys. I'd love to write with Paul Kelly. I think he would just be awesome. Another guy I'm writing with at the moment, John Walsh, who he co-wrote While Women Wait with Imogen Clark. I think they were 44 on the CMC chart. It's been great writing with him. He's a great storyteller. So, there's so many guys to write with, but I'd say they're my favourite three at the moment. So, yeah.
Everyone has to have a wish list.
Yes.
And you just start ticking them off as you go.
And what will the rest of 2015 have in store for Josh Paul?
Well, we're still in the studio, so we're in pre-production for a few other songs. We've got a few new songs that we wanted to add to the record. A few more singles to come out later in the year. We'll be going and doing some touring in the state at the end of this year again. And then we'll have some video clips. The usual, put out your single, get on the road, play shows, put out video clips sort of vibe. There's no really release dates yet, as we're sort of pushing this track at the moment and really want people to sort of get to know me as a new artist.
Well, let's get to what we're going to say. You're going to say something, weren't you? He's looking at me. Well, let's get to know Josh Paul a little bit better right now. If they want to get a hold of the single or any of your information, how can they do that, Josh?
Well, the single comes out June 1st on iTunes.
Oh, it's only a couple of days.
You can go to my website at joshpaulofficial.com and get a free download when you sign up. So if you want to get it a little early and you don't want to pay for it, you can go and get it for free.
Or you can do the Aussie thing and support your artist and wait until Monday and pay. It's only like $1.20 or something, or $1.80 or something.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
But I'll tell you what, we'll send them all over to your website and let them all have a look at it. But in the meantime, let's have a listen to the single that's out at the moment. Here he is. Thanks for joining us, Josh. Josh Paul and Bones.